Android. The mobile operating system was created with infinite customization in mind, allowing the end user to create a unique software experience tailored to his or her needs. With Android, there's virtually no limit as to how it can modify or fund software. This is my Android setup.
How's it going, everybody? This is Matt D. In this video, I'm going to talk about what's on my Android phone. The Android device I'm featuring in this video is the original flagship killer, the OnePlus One. The phone is running CyanogenOS 12.1.1 atop Android 5.1.1 Lollipop. This thin-budget smartphone sports a 5.5-inch LCD display at a resolution of 1080p. Above that panel, the phone features a 5-megapixel front-facing camera ideal for shooting selfies and video chats. Below the screen, the phone has a set of capacitive keys for navigating through the One software, which can be swapped for default Android soft keys. On the rear of the device, you'll find a 13-megapixel sensor by Sony capable of shooting video in up to 4K resolution. On the inside, the One is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 system on a chip clocked at 2.5 GHz, coupled with an Adreno 330 GPU. As for connectivity, the phone is equipped to run on GSM-based networks throughout the world. In addition to the advanced Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS connectivity available on today's smartphones, the phone does offer NFC, unlike its successor. Before I get into my home screen setup, let's take a quick look at the software on the OnePlus One. If you're familiar with CyanogenOS, the operating system allows you to install and customize a wide variety of themes for your device. While the phone came with Cyanogen's Hexo theme enabled by default, I've also downloaded the Ibiza, SmartFriend, Wiley Fox, U, Murica, Curie, Darker Green, System, and Galaxy S5 themes. Recently, I applied a theme called Clean UI Red. Cyanogen gives the Android enthusiast the power to customize every aspect of the operating system's user interface. Everything from wallpapers, icons, ringtones, and fonts to even smaller details such as the status bar, boot animations, and system toggle switches. Like I mentioned just a moment ago, Cyanogen offers the user a choice between using the One's capacitive keys versus the default on-screen keys. On top of that, Cyanogen's operating system supports a handful of on-screen gestures, another feature set the OnePlus later incorporated into OxygenOS. Overall, the Cyanogen software on the OnePlus One was created with the Android tinkerer in mind. On my main home screen, I have the default CyanogenOS clock widget that also displays weather conditions in my current location. Below that, I have 3 folders, one for the myriad of Google apps, one for social media, and one for games. Inside my social folder, I have several popular social networking apps including Facebook, Facebook Messenger, a video chat app called Glide, Foursquare, Twitter, along with its live streaming app Periscope, as well as the walkie-talkie app Voxer and another app called Yik Yak. Yik Yak is an app that allows you to post short anonymous messages that can be viewed by any Yik Yak user in your local area. The next folder on my main home screen is for games. In this folder I have Ingress, the augmented reality game by Niantic Labs, a former subsidiary of Google. As I mentioned in my What's on My iPhone video, it's a smartphone-based game that you play in the real world. After you first launch the app, you'll have to join one of 2 factions, the Enlightened, the green team, or the Resistance, the blue team. Without going into the elaborate backstory of the game, you have to physically travel to places called portals in your local area, including post offices, churches, parks, historical landmarks, and other notable places. Upon arriving at a portal, you should hack that portal, giving you various items to use in the game. At a neutral portal, you can deploy up to 8 resonators to claim the portal for your team. Next, using items called portal keys, you can then link your portal to another friendly portal that you have a key for. The ultimate goal is to link 3 portals together in the form of a triangle, creating what's called a control field, capturing territory for your faction. In addition to Ingress, I have Need for Speed Most Wanted, as well as the very popular Leo's Fortune, in a simple yet addicting endless game called Stick Hero. Let's take a look at the apps on my second home screen. On this home screen, I have the Google Calendar widget above folders labeled Technology, File Storage, Finances, and Photography, accompanied by other individual apps. Underneath my Calendar widget in the Technology folder, I have Antutu and Quadrant benchmarking apps, in addition to tech blogs like Android Central, Engadget, and LockerNo. Finally, I also have Ookla's SpeedTest.net app in that folder. Cerberus is another useful app. Cerberus is an anti-theft app similar to utilities such as Android Device Manager, but with much more granular control over your lost or stolen device. Just like Android Device Manager, Cerberus allows you to locate, lock, and factory reset your lost or stolen device. However, Cerberus takes protecting your device a step further. Through the Cerberus website, the app allows you to configure your device in such a way where your device will alert you if your SIM card is removed. Furthermore, using your device's cameras, you can take a picture, video, or audio recording of the person using your device. You can even hide Cerberus from the app drawer so it cannot be uninstalled by the individual who stole your device. Overall, Cerberus is a valuable tool to have in case your device is lost or stolen. This home screen also features a file storage app that houses Cyanogen's own Baton cloud service in addition to Dropbox, OneDrive, and a pre-installed file manager app. The next folder I want to talk about is my photography folder. Here I have the very useful PhotoSync app that I mentioned in my What's on My iPhone video. As a new YouTuber, I have constantly used this app shooting video on multiple devices and later transferring the footage to my computer for editing. Moving on, I also have the stock gallery app as well as a great app called Manual Camera that I normally use on my Nexus 5. While the stock Cyanogen camera offers a wealth of great options, Manual Camera gives you DSLR-like control over your smartphone's still shots. Based on the Camera 2 API for Android Lollipop, this app allows you to adjust exposure, ISO, white balance, focus, shutter speed, and flash, among other things. The app also gives you the option to take still pictures in RAW format. By going into the app's settings menu, you'll have the option to geotag your photos, add grid lines to the viewfinder to help you center your subject, and even set a timer. Overall, Manual Camera is a third-party camera app that really outdoes Google's stock camera app for Android 5.0. Finally, on my third home screen, I have a Chrome Bookmarks widget above a second widget displaying my emails. To the left of those widgets, I have a news folder, as well as Evernote and a QR code scanner. Similar to the news folder on my iPhone 6 Plus, the news folder on my OnePlus One consists of Feedly, Flipboard, Newsbeat, Haystack, ABC News, the Google News and Weather app, along with some of the local TV stations in my area. Feedly allows you to select various genres of news content before letting you pick specific media outlets for your news stories. Newsbeat is another app that I enjoy using on both iOS and Android. With Newsbeat, you can stream automated audio broadcasts of news topics from your selected sources. Another great news app that I regularly use is Haystack. Using the Haystack app, you can stream videos from a variety of news sources. The app allows you to share news content with your social feeds, while the app also has Chromecast support built in, so you can watch your news stories on your TV over Wi-Fi. Recently, I noticed that Cyanogen included Microsoft's virtual assistant Cortana in a recent software update. Similar to Google Now, Cortana displays a set of cards such as news and weather in my current location. I can also use Cortana to set reminders, set alarms, and even call someone or send a text. While I still prefer to use Google Now on my Android phones and Siri on my iPhone, Cortana is a useful feature of the operating system. Next, let me tell you about some device management apps I use. In my notification panel, I use a widget called Battery Widget Reborn. The widget gives me a wide variety of statistics on my phone's battery, such as battery temperature, time left until 0% charge, and estimated time till 100% while charging. More importantly, the app will display a battery percentage in my status bar at all times. This is a valuable feature as stock Android still doesn't display a battery percentage in the default status bar. Instead, you'll have to pull down the notification shade to find that information. If you consider yourself to be an audiophile, you may be interested in an app that came pre-installed on my OnePlus One. It's an app called Audio FX powered by Max Audio. Audio FX is an app that comes with a set of pre-installed sound profiles to help you get the best possible listening experience while playing music on your device. The app even gives you the option to create your own custom soundstage to personalize your listening experience. The next app that I find useful is App Cache Cleaner. This app allows me to free up RAM on my phone with just one tap instead of having to navigate to the storage screen under my phone's settings menu. The app does appear to make a noticeable difference in my phone's performance. I previously had Clean Master installed on my device but never really noticed a difference in performance after running that app. Tasker is an automation app. Tasker allows me to do things like automatically turn off cellular data and dim my screen brightness when I go to bed, and automatically turn those features back on in the morning. Through Tasker, I can even make Tasker read text or identify a caller when I'm driving. Although Tasker doesn't have the most intuitive user interface, it's a very powerful app. I could do an endless number of videos on creating Tasker profiles, but that's a basic overview of the app. In my first YouTube video, I gave a review of the Google Cardboard app using a cardboard headset designed by OnePlus. The Cardboard app includes a set of VR demos such as a tour guide demo that allows you to see various landmarks throughout the world, Google Earth, a museum exhibit demo, and a place to view your own photospheres. In addition to all that, you'll have access to YouTube's 360-degree channel where you can view video content filmed with VR headsets in mind. Another app I wanted to highlight in this video is Google Play Rewards. Through this app, Google sends Android users short surveys on an endless variety of random topics. In exchange for completing a survey, Google will then offer a small amount of store credit to use on apps in the Play Store. One of my favorite apps on my OnePlus One is Viral Lite. Viral Lite is a YouTube player that allows you to play a YouTube video in a small window on your phone's screen while using other apps. The app even allows the user to move that video around with the touch of a finger. My favorite weather-related app is an app called Weather Radio. In the Weather Radio app, you're prompted to select one or more locations for which you want to receive weather alerts and monitor radar activity. You can also choose what types of weather events you'd like to receive alerts for. I found this app to come in handy on several occasions. If there's something like a tornado or a thunderstorm warning in your area in the middle of the night, your phone will immediately sound an alert regarding the weather while also displaying a notification on your screen. Overall, those were the highlights of what's on my OnePlus One. In the near future, I plan on doing another video where I'll talk about what's on my Google Nexus 6, as I have several different Android devices with a wide variety of applications in different iterations of Android. As always, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up down below, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.